So next we're going to make a Greek salad. Traditional Greek salad is tomato, cucumber and feta cheese. Now, I lived in Greece for a short time in my late teens, and more often than not the Greek salad came accompanied with some olives. Sometimes it had some fresh herbs on top. It always had oil and vinegar nearby. So the oil that I'm using has no particular brand on it, but this is imported from Italy and it's very high quality extra virgin olive oil, and it was bought in the actual little processing unit where they squeeze the olives, so it's really, really good. And I will use some vinegar, normal white vinegar, and I will use a little bit of fresh lemon juice. So for purists or for Greek people, they may argue that this is not exactly a Greek salad, and in many ways it is exactly a Greek salad, and if it's not, well, it's very much close enough, and it's the kind of Greek salad that I really like to eat. If you can't dice them as fine as this, don't worry, just do your best. The only difference if you leave them in bigger pieces is that they tend to have a bigger taste explosion in your mouth. The piece of onion will have a bigger sort of a taste explosion in your mouth when you bite it. Whereas when you dice it very, very fine like this, it tends to have a more mellow onion flavour, not quite so intense. But it's at your own discretion. Anyway, don't use the blender to puree it up, that'll make a mess of it. So that's your diced onion. And how to do tomatoes, right? Next for your cucumber, you can cut off the ends. This cucumber here is more like a homegrown European cucumber. When it was a little smaller, it's the kind of one that you would find made into gherkins, and obviously it's a little bit different to the more common, what is often referred to as Japanese cucumber that you see in the supermarket, the one with the smoother, less knobbly skin. And they're all good, whichever one you prefer, that's the one you use. It so happens that yesterday I went to the Polish store. I went there to buy some pork and I saw these cucumbers there, so I decided I'd have some. Like a lot of homegrown type vegetables, sometimes they're a little bit less perfect, and that doesn't mean that they're not good, that doesn't mean that they're a lower quality, it just means that they've been grown in an environment that's less horticultural, sort of a greenhouse, thousands of acres of greenhouse kind of a setup. These are definitely much more of a rustic, homegrown affair. So inside in the bowl we have our tomato and our onion, and now we put our cucumber in. Tomato, cucumber, onion, and then we're going to take our olives and we're just going to cut the olives in half. These olives are stuffed with pimento and garlic, or you can have plain black olives, Or what would also be really, really nice would be Kalamata olives. If you take Kalamata olives, take the stone out or leave the stone in, as long as you know which one. It'd be really nice. So I'll finish chop these now. Okay, and then we have our feta cheese. So I make this salad maybe twice a week, and I've made it twice a week for the last year. Each time I make it, I make enough to do for maybe, well, I share it, but I would have at least 3 bowls of salad out of this, and the rest will be shared with the rest of my family. So sometimes I wait until I'm going to use it before I put the feta in, because it can often break up a little bit. But if I think we're going to finish the salad fairly quickly, I'll put the dressing on straight away, and I'll put the feta in straight away. So that's cubed. That feta obviously is cubed into little pieces like this. You pop them in there, just separate them with your fingers. That's it. You can use it as it is right now by just adding your dressing to it, or you can put it in the refrigerator and let it sit, and then later on you can put your dressing onto it. A lot of people don't like to put the dressing on now and use it later. They refer to it as a marinated salad, because your salad ingredients have been marinated in your dressing. You can, for traditional Greek salad, you would just literally drizzle it with oil and drizzle it with vinegar. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there and see how that fits in. Maybe just another little bit, and that's it. So that salad is good to go. I'll show it to you later on dressed in a salad bowl.